And we are back with another Dokkan Battle video, and this time I'm gonna be reacting to the top 10 TUR EZA tier list of DaTruthDT. Let's get right into it. Coming in at number 1, we've got Zamasu. Now, not only do I agree with that, I would even take it a step further. I would say Zamasu is the best EZA of all time, period. Well, of recent times at least. And what I mean by that specifically is I think Zamasu is better than the Blue Fusions. I don't care what no one says. I do believe Zamasu is better than the Blue Fusions. I think he's on that level. He is just that guy. But at the very least, I'm glad that he is number 1 on this list. And that is something that I definitely agree with. Next, we've got Blue Kaioken Goku and Piccolo. And honestly, with regards to these two, I could see them argued in either order. I would lean more towards Piccolo being number 2. But for the most part, I don't mind that. But so far, so good. Because these 3 units are definitely the 3 best units on this list. That is something that I definitely agree with. And the next thing is that Gogeta is above Trunks. And honestly, I'm gonna have to agree with that. Because Trunks, he's okay. If you're a new player, Trunks will be really good. But if you're going into the more difficult content, let's just be honest, Gogeta is just better. Why? Because of the dodge. And not only that, even in longer content, well, in longer content, make no mistake, Trunks would be better. But that longer content doesn't exist. And even if it did exist, even in that content, Gogeta would still be decent. Trunks would be better in this hypothetical content, but even Gogeta would still be decent. But certainly, as things stand right now, with regards to the difficulty in Dokkan, like the difficult content, I would certainly agree that Gogeta is better. So far the list is on point. The only thing that I might change maybe is Goku and Piccolo, but I don't even mind that. So far, so good. Next, we've got EZA Beerus and STR Super Buu. Honestly, I would not mind swapping Beerus with Buu. Because with Buu, if things go well for you, and you get the right transformation at the right time, Buu could look pretty decent. Whereas with Beerus, as decent as he is, he doesn't really have any setups. And because of that, I never find myself using the unit, because I don't really have any place to use him. So because of that, I would swap them around. If Beerus did have a good setup, and if I used him a bit more, maybe I would like him more. But as things stand, I do think Buu is a bit better, although it is close, and I don't mind that too much. Next, we've got Cooler. And honestly, Cooler, as far as the old units go, he's aged fairly well, but I do agree that he should be pretty low on this list, anywhere between 8 and 10. I think he should be on the list, I agree with that, and I also agree with his low placement. I think he's decent, he's usable, and that's all I can say about him. But bear in mind, all of these units, if you're a new player, all of them will be super good. But we're talking about in the more difficult content, which is why I'm being a bit more harsh. Next, we've got 17. The thing with 17, if you meet his HP requirement and his damage reduction is active, he'll be pretty decent. But without that damage reduction, he will get annihilated even from normals. And the same goes for most of these guys, to be fair. But yeah, with 17, if it wasn't for that HP restriction, he'd be honestly probably number 4. Certainly top 5, but probably number 4. Maybe even a little bit higher. I think he'd be in the same tier as Piccolo and Blue Kaioken Goku, if his damage reduction was always active. Honestly, he'd be not as good as Zamasu, but he'd be somewhat close, to be fair. But as he is, he's alright, I guess. Because of the requirement, it's not that good, but it is what it is. Next, we've got Transforming Vegeta, and DaTruth made an interesting point in the video, saying that should physical Vegeta, the EZA from the anniversary, Super Vegeta, should he be on the list at number 10? Maybe. I think that Super Vegeta and this Vegeta could honestly be argued in either order. Both of them took the L with their EZAs. Neither of them were that good. Again, both of them are good for new players. But again, in the more difficult content, neither of them are that impressive. So it is what it is, I guess. Next, we've got the tiers, and in the tiers, he's got Zamasu on his own, which I definitely appreciate that. That is definitely a W for the truth. That is just 100% accurate. Next, he's got Blue Kaioken, Goku, and Piccolo in the same tier. And again, I'm with you. Like, I'm definitely with you on that. And then in the next tier, he has all of these units from Gogeta to 17. And I am fine with that. And then below them, he's got Vegeta. The only thing I would say is you can add Super Vegeta there too. But he didn't include him on the list. So it's not that big of a deal anyway, I guess. So let's end it with that. If you guys agree with me and the truth that Zamasu is in a tier of his own compared to the other units here, if you agree that he's that good, then you have to subscribe because that is the challenge. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then do subscribe, especially if you just failed that challenge, because that is indeed the challenge. Also, do leave a like and comment because those things do help out. With that said, thanks for watching and I will see you guys next time. Ta-ta.